Panhead Brewery Wednesday, everybody. It's starting to get colder here. Ooh, it's starting to get colder. Anyway, what has been happening this week? Not a hell of a lot, actually, lots. Yeah, lots. Lots of work. I managed to get my West Coast IPA transferred into the keg last night. So that's all transferred and it's ready just to clear up because it's still a little bit hazy just from the, just a little bit of hop haze. So here it is here, Grant. See, it's not as crystal clear as it was. Brain fast. Cheers, chubby. Here you go, Grant. It's not as crystal clear as what it was coming out of the kettle, but then it hasn't settled yet. It's all sitting in the fermenter with its findings in it, ready to go. Let's give this a taste. Let's give it a smell. Oh, I haven't carbonated it up properly yet either. Yum. Oh yeah. No, none of this is going into the competition. I'm just going to keep it all for myself. The SJ Pour experiment. It's all been going well. Got all the logistics pretty much sorted out. Cheers to Jed from Panhead Brewery, who's helping us out with flights between Wellington and Auckland. I've got a few more things to tidy up. I have in my possession some beer already. So here's our first SJ Pour beer, the SJ Pour experiment beer that has turned up. So I picked this up from Mark from Horton Bay Hooch, and this is Piper's SJ Pouran. So this is a Scotch ale. Oh, nicely labelled up, wonderful stuff. This is great. Recipe on the side. This is brilliant stuff. Anyway, I picked those up from Mark from Horton Bay Hooch because he's off to the UK when we do our beer swap. So I've got them all ready to do a swap, and then he'll pick up his beers when he gets back from the UK. Great thing about him going to the UK, he'll be able to go see Harry Brew 69 if he's got time and they can hook up. And then we might be able to get one of those beers over to Harry, and one of my beers over to Harry as well. And Fraser Breweries, you're going over UK too. You should see Harry. See if you can hook up with Harry and get one of your beers over. Let's see. If we've got the chance to swap a beer, let's swap a beer. Good stuff. Anyway, we do have a location, Hashigo-Saki, for the Wellington beer swap. We'll be doing it there. And if anybody knows this person, this was captured on Hashigo-Saki's security camera of a guy in a lovely blue safari suit. Looks like a safari suit. Escaping with their blackboard. So this is currently up on YouTube. I'll put the site down the bottom so you can see the whole video of this pompous twit stealing the blackboard from Hashigo-Saki. If anybody knows who he is, where he is, track him down, get the board, let's get the board back. Yeah, crap. Anyway, so here's a little bit of video from Panhead Breweries. This is a brand new brewery that's opening up. This is one of the brewers from Tuatara who is venturing off into the big world of brewing all by himself, and is going to be producing some wonderful beers. So this is just a quick little sneak tour and see a little bit of stainless steel pour for all those beer lovers out there.
This is the mash tun and hot liquor tank.
Yep.
So we've got, it's a combi, so we've got a 2,000 litre hot water tank.
Yep.
And then we've got ourselves about a 2,500 to 3,000 litre mash tun, just a little bit bigger so we can fit more grain into it for bigger brews.
Oh, yep.
It's got the agitator, hydrator on it.
Yep.
It's all jacketed for steam or high pressure hot water.
That's the size of the jacket there, is it?
Yeah, no, that's so it's got 80 mm insulation on it as well.
Oh, right, yep.
And also too the dimple jacket, and you can see all the rakes in there with the false bottom.
All right. Far out.
So while we haven't got a boiler as yet,
yep.
We'll pump hot liquor out of our just hot water actually out of our kettle while we're mashing.
Yep.
To maintain in steps, so we'll be constantly boiling, pumping it through the jackets, agitating, raising or lowering the temperature of the mash as we need.
Yep.
And then once that's done, we'll just sanitise the heat exchangers through that water, and that'll dump out. Or if it's the water's actually too dirty, we'll just dump the water out of it and then re-sanitise with heat the heat exchanger.
Yep.
So we've got our workstation, which we've got a constant hot liquor recirculation, and that will recirculate through back through into the to the hot liquor to maintain a constant temperature, and we've managed the temperature by the pipe work basically, or the head of the pump, so we're always constantly at the critical step right before it hits the grain.
Yep.
From there, also too, we pipe off the back for the old wash area. And then we also have a transfer pump and a work recirculation pump, so we can isolate each pump so it will recirculate and run off. And we have a whirlpool pump and a transfer to kettle or a cooling pump as such, so that we can cool from hot liquor, from the kettle into the heat exchanger, into the fermenter, while we can be recirculating or mashing in or doing whatever we want. So we've got options. We're not relying on just the one pump, we can just keep brewing constantly as much as we can.
Righty.
So our kettle is direct fire. So we have our intake port for our burner, and there's the manhole to clean it out and inspect it. The flue for the gas chamber, which the gas chamber comes up to about here, which we get a more economic boil off it because it's like a firebox, so it encapsulates a quarter of the tank as well as the bottom. So that's a light for it, but it's a slope dished bottom. On the bottom, we've got the flue with the drain for condensate. So we don't want that going back in the beer. And also too the manway to chuck loads and loads of hops in. And a CIP arm. So you can undo. Drop that off. Sweet. So it's about it's 2,000 litre kettle. 2,000 litre flat out boil volume, but there's about 33% head space in there. So we pushed it. We could get more in there, but then there's obviously side effects for that as well.
You sucking your steam out, or just letting it vent out?
We'll vent to atmosphere.
Right.
But we'll have a flue. We've got the flues all lined up, ready to go.
Oh, yeah.
So we've got the flue for the what's it called? The thermal flue for the gas. And also too just the standard flue for the condensate.
Right.
And that's our manifolds, and that's basically our pipe work for going back through the jackets of our mash tun. We've got a 4,000 litre ice water tank as well. So we can cool, 2,000 litres of beer down basically through our 20 square metre heat exchanger in should be about 20 minutes, half an hour.
Oh yeah, sure.
20 minutes. Yeah, and we should only use about 2,000 litres of water as well.
You just recirculate that back in the kettle, eh?
That just gets actually piped. We've got the pipe work to pipe it. It just pipes it back into the hot liquor tank. So it'll come back out at about 70, 72 degrees.
Right.
Well, that's the formula anyway. Whether it happens or not, it's another story. But yeah, we will put that back into the hot liquor, ready for the next brew or tomorrow's the following day's brew.
Right. Sweet.
And there's our 2,000 litre fermenters. We've got 3 of those.
3 of those,
And they've got a nice dry hopping port on it, so we can chuck loads and loads more hops in there. And also too, we've got another 2 4,000 litre tanks turning up, and another 4 2,000 litre bright beer tanks. And a 4,000
litre fermenter tanks. Oh right.
And then we've got the 16 head filler and whole bottling line turning up in 6 weeks as well.
Far out. Sweet. Wish I had set up like that. Anyway, one day. Cheers. Happy Homebrew Wednesday. Have yourself another one. Oh God, that's going to be good. Ah, it's got it.